So we're live right now. They can hear us and they can see us. Hello, humans. Although there isn't
Hello.
anyone on the stream right now, but hello, humans. Just in case they check it out later. So,
Hello.
hey. So, Emotional Cyborg's on the stream. There we go.
Hello.
There we go. What's up?
There's a lot of people in the chat. So.
Oh, is there? I don't know. I can't see it. Well, I can see it on my one screen, just not updating. Anyways, so welcome everyone. Matt and John. Matt's in the top right, John's in the bottom, and we have a special honorary Canadian guest who's not Canadian, Connor Wake in the we're over there.
Hello.
What's going on, everyone? Oh, hey, kids planning. What's up?
Welcome.
Yeah, so today we're gonna be just so if everyone knows where to find us, you can find us on our website. At the top is fridaynight.games. That is a real website. Our social medias are at the bottom of our screen. John does the Instagram and I do the Twitter. And so you can check out our bread and butter, which is podcasting. That is every Friday at whenever I release it, or just in case we forget, whenever we re-release it. But this week it's going to be about indie game designers with Alex Eston from Brick and Brack Games. So that's pretty exciting. And tonight we're actually going to be recording a little bit about some new game coming out. I don't know. Do we have it somewhere? I think it might be up in... Connor, you look shocked when you're pointing to it, like, that game.
Yeah, that's his baby, right? It's a tangible thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, so how do you feel about that? It's pretty exciting.
It is. Yeah, well, on one hand, I designed it like 3 years ago at this point. So it's like, I've been hearing about it for ages. But on the other hand, it's like, oh my gosh, it's real now. It's not just this thing that's been like in the back of my head for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's great. And I finally got my like actual copy today. So that's up there. It's very nice.
Sweet. Yeah. So welcome to the show. If our viewers haven't figured out, we're going to be playing Umbra Via, produced by Pandasaurus Games, with the designer Connor Wake right on that side of the screen. So, all right, cool. Everyone ready to jump into this?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me switch the screen over.
Hello, Allison.
Hey, Allison, what's up?
And Emotional Cyborg says she's excited to see it.
There it is in all its glory.
Well,
this is
glory.
We said Tabletopia, but unfortunately we thought this would be better for the hidden system. They're still working out some bugs, right, Connor?
Yeah, like it definitely works. Tabletop Simulator just has hidden zones, whereas Tabletopia you have to you can't hide anything, so they've got a whole other system. I was just figuring it might be easier to just do what we know.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fewer bugs, the better.
Yeah, exactly. Because if we're doing Tabletopia, I might be like this. I know you two can't see it, but I might be just playing like this, right?
Yeah. This camera's a bit weird. Yeah.
Won't be as much fun. So.
Kids Planning says their copy's on the way and they're excited to play it.
Cool.
I'm excited to get a tangible copy as well.
So. I'm excited to just play it today. Yeah. Because actually we played this together. Me and John played this together and we really liked it. So we're looking forward to playing it with you, where you can teach us some things, I think.
Hopefully. So, I mean, the fun thing is, since I designed it 3 years ago, signed it a year and a bit after that, didn't touch it for a year and a half or whatever, and then it's come out again, so I'm relearning it all again. I'm like, oh yeah, huh, it is kind of cool. So I might have forgotten a lot of the actual tricks, which is kind of good because I personally like learning lots of new games, learn new strategies and whatnot. So once I know too much about a game, I'm yeah, it's whatever now.
By the way,
perfect.
This is your first game ever made too, correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
First game that has gotten this far. Yeah.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Definitely not the first game I designed.
Okay. Well, congratulations on the first game going this far and being produced. So
all the other ones are really bad. So
there's no such thing as a bad game. Don't put yourself down there. See, John, I'm not the only one who puts myself down.
Well, because some people are like, oh, this is your first game, that's impressive, and I'm like, yeah, but it's the first one that worked after the like 10 beforehand that didn't. So like, I'm just like everyone else.
Hey, you need all 10 to learn mistakes so you can get to where you're at, and that's the most important thing, right? So see how I put a positive teacher spin on that? That's how that works right there.
Perfect.
Well, Matt and I had created a game, and we decided never to let it see the light of day, so we know what it's like.
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's get into this game. Let's get into Umbra Via. So, Connor, take it away.
Sounds good. Okay. First, everyone. Okay, let me just get rid of the colors we're not using. So, goodbye to yellow. Okay. So basically, I'll preface it. It's an abstract game, but the theme of what you're kind of doing is you've shown up in this mysterious garden, lovely flowers everywhere. You don't know why it popped up here, and there's flowers growing. Those flowers, they are the lost pieces of your soul that have just kind of gotten scattered around. So you're going to try and get them back. And the way you're going to do that is by kind of building paths with these tiles. We're going to be bidding on these paths with flowers behind our bidding screens. And then it's a bit of an area majority. So as the paths go onto the board, we're going to have flowers on those tiles, and whoever's got the most flowers on a tile is going to basically get like more of their soul back. Your soul is down here on these soul tiles. So basically, whoever can retrieve all of their soul flowers and then the soul tile underneath it first wins the game.
Sounds easy.
So, yeah. So the way this works, and in your screen, I can't see what's behind your screen.
Oh, I can just follow your hand.
Okay.
I can follow your
cool.
hand. So wherever you go, I will go.
So everyone should have a bag.
Maybe I can't see your screen. Hold on. Let me change people.
Oh, what color are you?
I could just do. Oops. No, not that
are you?
one. I'm blue.
But you're blue.
But I can just go Game Master. I can see all hidden things. So there you go.
Perfect.
Now you can do it. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, behind everyone's screens, everyone's got a little bidding board, which lines up with these tiles up here. And so what we're going to do on our turn is simultaneously everyone's going to take 3 flowers from their bag. And in your bag, there's a mix of energy flowers and soul flower.
So what is the difference between an energy flower and a soul flower?
Good question. So you've got some of your soul in your bag, and your soul is the kind of more powerful piece. And so when you're bidding on the tiles, it's going to be worth 2 points for like who wins the bid, whereas the energy flowers are just worth 1. The catch, though, your soul doesn't really want to go back to where it was lost.
Okay.
So when the tiles go onto the board, the soul flowers won't go with it. They will exit the game basically because you've rescued them. So they're worth double for bidding, but they're worth absolutely nothing for the area control. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is everyone, and we can kind of do, I guess, like an example round because you played it before. So everyone's going to allocate their 3 flowers, whatever they drew, behind their board, and that corresponds to these tiles up here.
I'll do it for blue too.
Cool. Yeah. And so we're going to do 2 rounds of this. So what you're bidding for
first
is...
I'm going to look at your board, and I'm going to figure out... Sorry, Connor. Keep going.
So actually, let me figure out what I want to do real quick. This is always the problem when teaching games. I'm just like, let me just put them in a random spot. And so, for context, when we bid on these, we're then gonna, whoever has the most bids on a tile gets to choose where it goes, but everyone's flowers that are on the tile go with it. So that's pretty important. Like, if the person might have like gotten to choose where it goes, but you might have enough flowers in there to like keep yourself in second, or potentially like keep yourself in first place still. Depending on how the rest of the pot looks. Okay, I think I'm good. So then what we would do, for TDS, everyone just like puts their hand in the middle of the board to mark that they're done, and then we would pick up the boards at the same time, reveal what we'd bid on, and then put them onto the tiles.
Does one correspond to this other corner? Is that how that works? So this would
Yeah,
be one.
so you can just
Flip my board. Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
Oops.
Okay, I'll throw it over here and I'll rotate it. That's hilarious.
Welcome to technology.
Yeah, you can just rotate it. Also, if you like put them in the wrong spot, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. There we go.
Cool.
Does that happen in the normal game?
If you spin it hard enough. Cool. So then we've done that. So now everyone's kind of can see what people are going for. So now we're going to do a second round of that. You're going to draw 3 more tiles, and do the same thing. And then after this round, that's when we're going to decide who's placing the tiles. And apparently everyone except me wants the last one, which is...
Motional Cyborg says it's not a TTS game without technical difficulties.
It's not a Friday Night Games stream without technical difficulties.
I saw one game where someone... Because you can click a number on a bag to draw that many things out of it into your hand. So you hover over it and press like 3. But it's got a delay on it. Because it's waiting for you to press potentially like 33. And then it will draw 33 things. So the person, I watched them press it and they're like, it didn't do anything. So they pressed it again.
Oh, no.
Which now is like, oh, you want 33 things? And it dumped 33 tokens into their hand and just, they all started bouncing into each other. And they couldn't do anything. And the whole table was just helping them like get them out of their hands so they could keep playing. It was absurd.
John taught me how to cheat. Apparently, if I just look at his board, I can see where his hand is. So I know where he's like placing his stuff.
Oh, that is good to know.
Yeah, so
jeez,
I'm getting that out of the way now, so he can't, watch your hand.
You know what? I actually forgot about that. So,
well, now I reminded you.
Cool. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's ready. Okay.
Yep. Oh, why'd you do that?
Damn it.
I'm on to you. John's I don't know what happened.
I find if you just look straight down when you try to pull it over, that usually works. Cool. So now we've done the bidding. Now, one other important rule is the order that the tiles go out in isn't fixed. It's based on how many bids there are on each of the tiles. So basically, the tile with the fewest flowers on it is going to go first. And then second, that one's got 6, third, and fourth. So basically, the most popular tile, which somehow ended up being that one,
so do these soul flowers count? So would this be 7, or is it just because there's 5?
Just the number of flowers, yeah. Cool. So now we'll go through them, and whoever won, I guess, to place it on the board. Rules for placement: you cannot rotate the tile, which is pretty important. So whatever orientation it's on there, it's fixed. They get auto spun when they get put on the altar. And to start, it can go anywhere in the middle spaces, the middle 4 spaces. But after that, every tile has to be placed adjacent to another tile. It does not have to fit, but it does have to be touching another tile.
Okay, so I can place this anywhere?
Anywhere in the center 4 spaces.
All right.
Cool. And then second, we've got this one, which since you've got a soul flower, that's going to be what you've got 3 and I've got 2, but that gets removed from the game.
Okay.
And so you get to place that one. You're going to let us tie?
Yep.
Fine with me. And then third, I didn't win anything, did I? Um, so we've got 4 for blue and 3 for red. So blue, get to place that.
Yeah, what I like about this game is that second bidding phase.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
There's a fun story behind that one. Hang on, let me. So I get to place this one. So sometimes there'll be a tie, and if there's a tie, we go to the tiebreaker stack. Whoever's higher up breaks the tie, but then they will just go to. Oops. Then they will go to the bottom of the stack. So basically, everyone kind of gets to take a turn. And that would be bad.
No, what are you doing? Go back. That was a great spot.
That would be.
It's not terrible.
Fine.
You know what I like, John? What's going through?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
What's going through Connor's head right now? He has like all the strategies down. We don't. We're just placing tiles.
I think this will be okay. So now we can also demonstrate like how scoring works. So the way scoring works is once a path has been completely cut off, no more entrances or exits or all that, we do a summoning. And so what you do is you first figure out who's got the most in that path. We're tied, so that's nice. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get point. Whoever's got the most is going to get points, soul flowers equal to the number of tiles in that path. So in this case, we would both take 2 soul flowers from our soul tile. If there was a second place or a third place, second place gets half as many as first place, and third place gets half as many as second place. So you just kind of divide down.
And these go in our bag, right?
Yeah, so importantly, they go into your bag. So there's like a tiny, it's not really bag building, but there's a tiny bit of bag building stuff going on. And then we take these off the board. Oh, shoot.
Nice. I like what you did there.
And then those also go back into your bag.
Okay.
And then the board has changed. Yeah, cool. So that's it. I don't know. My strategy is usually to not, if I don't think I'm going to be able to win it or someone might be able to get a lead later, I usually am just like, I'll just close that now. Before, if I don't know if it works. We'll see. But that's that.
Ooh, what's this
Okay.
one?
Yeah, so there's a couple special tiles that we mixed in. This is the 4-point tile. So any flowers on it, whoever places it, they place it as usual. And then what they do is they take all the flowers on it and move it onto an adjacent tile. So it's a way to kind of like sneak in to a pre-existing path. Cool.
All right. So we're on round 2 now.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I am going to stare at John's hand. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get back in there.
Okay, hang
on. I like where you're going with this, Matt.
Oh, are you watching my hand?
No.
Did you see what I did there, John?
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Oh.
Okay. That's annoying. Okay.
All right. John's still trying to... Oh, he's done. What we got here?
Yeah, so the 2-round bidding came because originally I was like, I want to do some sort of bidding tile placement area control thing. And I was like, okay, well, there's 2 ways to do bidding, right? You do blind auctions, or everyone bids one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but I don't like either of them, because full-on blind auctions are just like kind of random and you don't know what's going on. But like one at a time is just kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
And my housemate who was playtesting it and was just like, well, just do the thing in the middle then. Just do 2 rounds of blind auctions. And I was like, oh, of course. And so that has been in for the game for the entire time since the like very first playtest.
I think it's
like,
I think it's awesome because you get to like change up your bidding strategy halfway through.
Mhm.
Like you could be like, oh, I'm gonna go for this tile, and then afterwards you go for a completely different tile.
yeah.
Well,
But it's
throws
like
people
still
off,
got
too, right?
some surprise and whatnot too.
Right.
Cool. Okay. This one's still first. Is that one still second? That's funny. It's the same order as last time. And these do have the same numbers, but when the tiebreaker for that is just left to right. So, Red, all yours.
Wow.
So, with the second round of tiling, does it have to go in the center or just touching one that's out?
Just touching an existing one. You only have to put it in the center if there's like nothing on the board.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Nice. See what you did there, John. I like it. That's me, right, Connor? I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh, let's just close off this path.
Oh. Fine.
There.
Actually, that's totally fine.
I got to shift everyone to that, right? Correct? That's how that works?
Yep.
Perfect.
So then we score this path.
Sweet.
Which you would get 2, and then who is what color?
I'm red. John's
I just
red.
realized I don't know.
Yeah, John's red.
Cool.
I'm blue. So
okay, so
I get 2.
Yeah, you get 2. John gets 1. I just had this moment where I was like, "Am I red?" Which was not correct.
And then all these tiles go back into our bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Third, I get to place this one, which is good because kind of expecting that one would close, but so this worked perfectly.
Does this?
Oh yes, that gets removed too.
Perfect.
Yep. Good catch. And then we just make a discard pile.
Nice.
And then okay. Since I won the last tiebreaker, we're all tied. We're all tied.
Mm-hmm.
So John, you get that one.
All right.
Oh, nice play. I'm just kidding. I don't know what you did. Oh, another cool tile. That's sweet. Oh, we're really hitting them.
Yeah. This one doesn't do anything. You can't bid on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It just makes us have to fight over fewer things.
Well, that's kind of cool.
I have a story about that one for later.
After we play it.
Because you asked for a fun fact, right?
Oh, I did.
So this game won some sort of award, right, Connor?
It did, yeah. The Cardboard Edison Award back in 2019. Yeah. I forget how I found out about it. I think usually whenever I get into hobbies, I start just kind of absorbing everything I can about it.
Sounds like me.
And so that was... yeah. So I just did that at Cardboard Edison. I came across them, and I was like working on this one at the time. And I was like, I feel like I should just enter that. I didn't realize that it was as big of a thing as it is. I was just using it as like I should finish this game kind of motivation.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So you saw it and you're like, oh man, I'm just gonna like, you know what, this will help me get this game under wraps, right? Like,
yeah, I was like, obviously I was like, oh, I want to do well, but
right.
like at first I was just like, let me just finish this game and get it presentable. And I was like, this. I was trying to calculate, like, guess like how many people would enter. And I was like, probably like 40, right? It can't be that big of a thing. And it was like 250.
Oh
I was like,
wow.
oh, I misjudged that. But
What was your
yeah,
expectation like? Were you not? Were you once you found that out? Were you not expecting to win? Or you just like, it should just be like whatever. It was
I
fun.
was
I
like,
finished my game. Like I'll just.
yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get like, drowned out by the deluge of entries sort of thing. Because now that I've done the judging, there are a lot of games.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot to go through.
Are you doing the judging currently?
I did some of the judging for the first round. Yeah. There's like a bunch of judges, and they kind of split them up across everyone.
Now, to get on the judging panel, do you have to have a game previously, or can you just sign up?
I don't know how they specifically pick. I think they try to go for like a relatively broad, diverse group of people, sort of thing. That are from various different parts of the mostly designers and publishers, but there's also like content creators and stuff like that in there. And I got invited because I won. That's like technically one of the prizes.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, which was going to be really cool because originally what they do is for the final judging, they invite the judges to come like stay in a cabin, or they rent out a house for like a weekend, and everyone plays the games.
Oh,
you
you
like,
got
this is gonna be great.
You got the you got the COVID. Oh man.
I know. Yeah,
That's the worst.
I'd gone through this whole thing of like, well, I've already signed up for Origins, but I could probably squeeze this in, right? Like I should, just to like go meet people, and then that decision was made for me.
Made for everybody. Made for everybody. Not by us.
I mean,
well, this is like the second week where I was able to see Matt after like 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you again? Why are you in my house?
I don't know.
Yeah, John's actually in my house. He's over there.
Oh yeah, I was starting to hear the echo, and I was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just realized that we did the second round of bidding. This is why talking and playing is tricky.
Well, you know what? That's the beauty of this game. You're just kind of like, you don't like, you can play it, you could be really into it, or you could be like us, just talking casually about life.
That was one of the big things I tried to do, actually, which I'll probably try and talk about more later.
Yeah,
I didn't want it. I wanted you to just being able to engage and still have a nice time. Whereas like some games, if you don't engage, you will have an awful time because everything is like blocked off to you.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to be able to like choose, like, is this the time you're just gonna kind of like lay back and like pick the stuff that looks cool, or is this where you're gonna math everything out? Either one's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You might not win, but like you can still have a good time with it. Okay, so that one's me. I did have a plan. Oh, and it's worked perfectly. Okay, there we go.
Oh man,
dang.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that will close. I'll get 2. Then you will get 1. Yep.
And then I get nothing.
You get nothing. Yeah. 1 divided by 2 is 0 in this world.
Sorry, John.
That's okay. That's my karma from last week's game.
Oh man, yeah, that is totally your karma from last week. Last week, John, he killed the developer of the game within the first round of the game.
What game was that?
Dawn on Titan by Bjorn Eckenberg from Ion Game Design.
Yep.
Okay.
So from Sweden.
This
is me. All right, so
yep.
It's gone. Let's see. You know, I'm just gonna let's just see what happens here. Maybe someone will. Ooh. No, we're gonna put it here.
Uh,
yeah, I saw that. I'm like, you have a lot of. You're there. There's a lot of you on there, Connor. I'm like, I don't know
it would
about
let me.
this.
It would let me get in another path and close off. Yeah. I don't get to pause it. Oops. John, that's you.
No. Go back. What are you doing?
Not letting you win.
Come on, man. Thought we were friends.
We'd be tied. Oh, you would win because you're above on the.
I would.
Oh no. The tiebreaker stack isn't used for scoring.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
It's just so you kind of share the thing, the points. Don't know where my words went. Oh, we have not had any of these yet.
Those are fun tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So originally I had intersections that were like 4 openings. Turns out those make are like a trap. Because as soon as you put it down, you can never close it.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's so many openings, and if everyone else just goes, "Oh, your path is huge now. Why don't we all team up to make sure that it never closes?" It never closes.
Oh, that's smart.
So like the 3 openings is like the nice balance between it'll make your path way bigger, but still tricky.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I also had. Hang on. Let me think before I.
Yeah, no worries.
I originally had ones that only had 1 opening on them. So they're just like dead ends. Turned out they were the best tile ever, because not only did you, if you'd won the tile, you were placing it, which was good, but it also guaranteed closed off a thing while adding to it. So anyone who got the like dead end piece would just win, pretty much. So
and those pieces aren't in the final game?
Nope. It was kind of like a tricky decision of like, I feel like these are awful. I feel like I should remove them. I feel like they should be here. And that's part of why like the whole you can't rotate the tiles thing is there. Because otherwise there's only 3 tiles. Right? Which is not fun. Originally there was like all sorts of different like shaped tiles and you could rotate them, but when I realized like half of them were just completely broken and I had to take them out. Then it's like, well, how do you make sure that with 3 tiles you've still got lots of tiles? You just make sure you can't rotate them.
Right. So obviously at one point you could rotate the tiles, I'm assuming.
It was pretty early before like everything else started getting chucked, and then it was just like, this just doesn't work. There's only 3 tiles to bid on, and that's not very fun. Okay.
One's good.
Yes.
John's like, as the quickest. He's like, John's always ready before us two. We're just talkers, you know. John's trying to win here.
I'm yeah.
This is why I feel like this is why game designers are always awful at their own games, because they're just, I don't know, when I play it I'm like, oh yeah, all these things I thought about. Oh wait, here's how I can make the game better still. Like,
yeah, no, I that's what I want to hear about. John's just out to beat us. He doesn't even care.
A minute to win it.
Okay. So, this is pretty evenly. Okay, first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so second, third, and fourth. That is not me.
Cool. So that's me. I think I'm gonna put this.
I don't like that. Oh no, I do. Go for it. Do it.
Who's second? Hold on. Oh yeah, no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. We'll just do something. We'll just do that.
That's fair. Second. Okay, so I could go here,
Mhm.
which is good, and I'd have a ton of flowers,
Yeah, that's
but
pretty
like
good for you.
sort of too many flowers, which is kind of okay. I don't know, this is the problem. Like, winning by a lot is not the best.
So
But then winning
by a narrow margin is how you want to like get your
like the best possible scenario, not that this would ever happen, is you close off a like 16 tile path where you've beaten everyone by 1 point essentially, because then they get half as many, and so like the flower to point ratio is awful for them, but it's really good for you.
I see.
But the problem is if you keep yourself too close to everyone, they're gonna win.
Right, which is why I think you should do that one.
Which is, I think, why I should do that one. Yeah.
I'm just teasing.
I talked myself into it.
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
No, I've done it. It's
okay,
happened.
Okay.
But then getting too far ahead means everyone else is now ganging up on you, which means you'll never close the.
Right.
There's some things. Okay. That's you, John.
So remove these. Oops. Whoa, what the?
Uh-oh. I think someone grabbed them.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry. I was trying to help John. There you go. That's what I get for trying to be nice.
There you go. I put that right there.
That's pretty smart.
And then that looks like you.
All right. You know what? I'm just going to get... I think, like, if I do this, you're going to win. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway.
I will, but you're going to get a lot more points for
Right.
the number of flowers you've got, which is kind of good. Yeah. Okay.
So you get
1,
5.
2, 5.
So yeah, so you get 5 for 5 tiles. I get half of that rounded down, correct? So I get 2?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow, you're almost done.
So, to point out, well, 1, I'm going to have a bunch of sunflowers in my bag now.
Right.
But I've technically got to get 4 more points still. Because the tile underneath counts as like the last 2 you need to take. And you need to take that one, since I don't know if we're getting to the end, but to take that one, you must win a path. So there's no like coasting into victory because someone else like closed the thing off.
Mm-hmm.
Would I get a flower for that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. You get 1.
Just get
Oh, I see. So if your bag gets diluted with your own soul flowers, it's harder for you. That's how you tackle like the runaway leader problem, I guess, right?
Yeah. Because a lot of the stuff in the game is kind of there to encourage you to carefully eke your way out ahead of people. Because I didn't want it to be a game about like, I wanted it to be area majority, but I didn't want it to be area majority where it's like you can brute force your way through. Because like most other area majority games, you're like, I don't like you, I'm gonna just kill your stuff, and then I'm gonna have more stuff. Whereas this one is like everyone has the same stuff. Like
right.
Everyone bids 3 every round. New tile. So this one is the void tile. So when it gets placed, instead of placing the tile, in the real world you tip the tile and tip all the flowers onto an empty space on the board. So in this one you just pull them off and put them on the space. And then the next time a tile comes along into that space, it will kind of absorb all of the flowers onto it.
Cool.
It's a wild tile.
Yeah. It's like similar to the 4.1, but for empty spaces instead of empty spaces.
Let's see here. I'm gonna just.
So what's the date that this game gets released to retail?
I believe the street date is March 17th.
Nice.
So, a couple more weeks.
Are you gonna
weeks.
go down to your local flagship store and just kind of like take a picture of you next to your game? Like, yeah.
I've thought about that.
With the mask, obviously. And
Yeah. I don't know. I'd feel kind of bad showing up and being like, "Hey, I'm just gonna take up some capacity in your store during COVID, take a picture real quick, and then leave."
well, go to buy something.
That's the other problem. If I walk into a game store, I'm gonna buy something,
Ah.
and I've already got too many games that I can't play because I can't play games with people. So, yeah. No, I'll probably. It'll be cool seeing it in a store. So I'll probably go I'm probably gonna buy a game at some point.
Are you gonna buy your own game? That's a good question.
I'm probably gonna get some copies for people.
You should
but I get shipped I'm supposed to get a crate of them though.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
So
cool.
So every wedding you go to, you're like, oh, I got you a game.
Everyone's like, we've played it before.
No, you haven't.
Please
This is
stop.
a brand new game. It has new twists on it.
That'd be weird.
Okay, I'm ready. Sorry.
Like a friend of mine released a record, and he went to the music store and bought it.
Yeah.
From the music store.
I don't think that's weird. I think I would do that.
I would just feel I would feel so self-conscious.
Yeah.
Well,
first off, the count the new release section in my local game store is right by the cashier.
Oh.
So they'd be watching me take a picture. And I'd just be like, I'm sorry. This is for Twitter.
You're like, I'm a social media star. You don't realize it yet.
I also just don't really post on Twitter or anything, so it would just be for me to look at, which is worse.
Totally not narcissistic at all. It's just a thing, right? You're just excited.
I'll probably go in and be like, "Oh, look, it's real," and then I'll buy something else. I think that'll be my interaction.
And then you'll walk out with Twilight Imperium or something. I guess I need that expansion for Twilight Imperium. Please, I'll take it with me.
I've had my eye on Grand Austria Hotel, so that might be next.
There you go. What? Was everyone done their bidding? I guess that's the first part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
What games are you looking forward to playing besides the Grand Austria?
Oh, mine. Sorry, my things all got jumbled into the middle for some reason.
I'll trust you.
I promise.
I'll trust you.
I saw the move as you placed it.
Okay.
Yeah, mine got jumbled too, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We got Eclipse.
Oh wow, that's a big
that
game.
looked good, and we were gonna do a 2-player, but then didn't get around to it. I don't know. We also got Roads and Boats, which I kind of want to play with more people. Roads and Boats is my partner's current favorite game, I think.
I never heard of it. What is Roads and Boats?
It's it's one of the Splotter games, and you have to look up the cover of this game. It is the most amazing typography I've ever seen in a board game.
Nice.
I will look it up.
And by that I mean it's not really, but it's also amazing. It's like the worst typography title, but it's amazing for it. So yeah, sorry, I was just trying to do counting and talking at the same time.
No worries.
That is not first.
No.
Thank you.
Second, yeah.
Can't count. Well, because what they did is it's Roads and Boats, and Roads and Boats share a few letters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they've got the O and the A are giant in the middle. There's an ampersand in the middle of the O, and then it's R, big O, big A, and then DS. But the S I think is shared too because they both got an S.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking at it right now.
It's just
it's very hard to read.
It's a really good game though. I love it for its charm. So good.
don't judge a game by its cover, right? That's not what they say.
Exactly.
Although I'm pretty sure I told people to judge games by its cover, right, John?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Nice.
Okay.
So now it's me in this tile. Ooh, the wild tile. Wow, where can
So
this?
even though it's not a tile, it does still have to go next to another tile. And I think there's a trick. Hang on, I'm gonna try this.
Hey, go for it.
So I'm gonna highlight them all and then press.
Uh-oh.
Yo, shoot.
I could go back in time.
Okay.
I could go back in time.
Oh no.
There you go. Uh-oh. Oh no.
It was not.
No, it's loading. It's loading.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hang on. I got this. It's fine.
That's hilarious.
It's the worst.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, no. This is how the game's supposed to be played, I think.
Okay.
So Game says Splotter games are the best.
Splotter games are. Yeah, they're so good.
Oh.
They're like not friendly in any way. But hang on. So we want those there. Because if you press U is supposed to take the things and put them under whatever they're on top of. I didn't think it would then take all the things next to it, but those under.
Oh, I see.
That was what happened there. Okay, we're good.
Cool. It's fine, everyone. No one got hurt. No animals got hurt. Connor's okay. John's okay. We're good. Just keep going.
The bruised ego.
This is John.
You know, I'm optimistic that I can win this one. I did not win the last game I played. I got too far ahead and then it all crashed.
Yeah.
Hang on. So I'm not necessarily putting this here, but I just want to count. So if I did that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's definitely going to connect up with that, which is going to be awful. I'm going to just be cheeky. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to get my 1 point.
Nice. So what Connor did there was he got 1 point for that, and then I came in second, so rounded down. 1 divided by 2 rounded down is 0. So it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
If you can get those like one size paths, they're nice.
All right. Sorry,
so
what was
the
this?
art for the game?
Let me check.
Was it someone like that Pandasaurus Games?
Yeah, Eddie. Oh gosh, I'm probably gonna mispronounce this. Eddie. It's either Skillo or Shillo.
Okay.
And Steve Otares. Yeah, Steve Otares is is Pandasaurus's in-house graphic designer and artist, and I believe he did all of the like kind of tile texture stuff.
Okay.
And then Eddie, I think they did the flowers and like all the vines and stuff like that.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. My version was very black and white. And they just like really made it pop.
Yeah.
And like added a nicer flowery garden mysterious theme. I'm ready.
Nice.
What was your version?
Souls. It was still souls.
Mm-hmm.
But they're soul cubes. And you were just doing a ritual to get your soul back. And so they added in the like mysterious garden part with all of the beautiful art.
Yeah, I watched your video on how to learn how to play.
Nice.
So that had your original art in it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
They were. I did the tiles with stamps. Like I cut because I just pick up random hobbies, and so I. Sorry, train of thought completely gone because I was like, where are these flowers going? Yeah, like I learned how to do like the lino cut stamp where you get like a block of linoleum and then like you carve out pieces. Because I wanted it to have like an old textured, like as if it was like a crumbling ruin sort of look.
You know what? I did notice that. Now that I think about your video,
Yeah.
I did that in high school art. We did a lot of big section on that.
Nice. It's pretty satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, it's much easier to do texture when it's like real texture instead of having to like be an artist and try to figure out how to make it look like grainy.
I like to draw on stuff too, and I'm very hard on myself. So if it's not my exact vision right away, I want to throw it away.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that with board games all the time. Like, I have a big old graveyard of game design ideas that I just don't tell anyone about because.
What's I'm just gonna throw it out there. What's the funniest thing you've ever created that never seen daylight yet? What's up in that corner? You're like,
that was me just looking off into the distance. I don't know if this is I don't have anything that was too awful. They mostly are just boring, like really boring. Or
like you thought they were boring, or the people playtesting it thought they were really boring, or both?
Both.
Okay.
Depends how confident I was in it. Like they rely on. I'm like, oh, this would be really cool if there's this like super interesting interaction between players, and I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Like after the fact, you're just like, no one would ever do that. Like, it'd be cool.
You should take all the mechanics that were awful and then make a game with it and call it like the most awful game you've ever played.
Oh gosh.
Although maybe you don't want to have your name on that.
No, I'm good. Let me place this piece. I don't like this at all.
See that?
I'm surprised you didn't bid more for it.
Alex from Brick and Brack Games totally agrees with me. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know if any of my like, this is not patting myself on the back or anything. I don't think any of my ideas are like awful. They're just nothing.
Okay.
You know,
like,
they just don't.
So
because an awful mechanic would be like, you know, first person to like break their own kitchen table wins, right? That would be an awful game, and I would never come up with that one.
Would it be?
So most of the time.
Wait, are you saying that you would never come up with that one? Wink, wink.
Technically, I just did. Hang on, like, so let me go to my giant list of ideas thing. Yeah, a lot of them I just look back and I'm like, what did I mean? For example, gosh, there's too many of them. Bike race fog of war. Bike race fog of war, where you put your player card into a deck and pass it around, because in bike racing you can't see how far someone is behind you necessarily, and I wanted to kind of simulate that. I don't know how that would work.
Maybe you're making like Road Rash or something. Give everyone like chains and like.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I just wanted it so that like you were racing, but you were racing not on a track, but through a deck. And so when it came to your turn, you would like look through this deck, find where your card was, and like move it forward 3 spaces.
Huh.
But no one can see where you are in the deck until they pass you, right? I just don't know how that would make any sense in real life or like what the mechanics would be. So that's like most of my ideas. They're just like things that will never work. But it could, and it'd be cool. But
we have Alex on the stream, and Alex is really good at hearing ideas, and then just his mind explodes.
Yes, you just made his mind.
Feel free
explode.
to take him. Like, if you can make it work, do it.
We did a podcast about 2 weeks ago where Matt and I challenged each other to take a video game and make a board game out of it, and just kind of explain how we would do that. And Alex has like gone full throttle with my idea,
which I think is awesome.
Nice.
Maybe I'm a game designer now.
Maybe.
Hey, I mean, like, you can call yourself a game designer. There's no rules. Funnily enough,
I go. I put this. Oh man, this is a tough one. So if I put this in the corner as a 1,
everyone will get 1, which would be amazing for me.
Oh, not so good yeah. Okay, all right.
That was the other big realization. Was like turning it from like the game ends after a certain time and you get points to like making it a race. Because if it's a race, even though everyone gets the same number of points, technically different value to those points.
Mm-hmm. I'll throw it there.
That is okay. Oh no, then no, that's bad.
Bad for me?
Okay.
Bad for you?
I don't like it. I can't explain why. I just don't like it.
We're all even. John's in last on that one.
I mean, exactly right, and I don't have anything on the board to like help get out of that. Yeah. We're all even spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I put this here, these go onto that tile now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Oops. Sorry. Sorry, John. I pulled it right up. Okay, so there you go. That was great. I took it right out of your hands.
Okay.
And it completes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nicely done. So John, you get 3. And Matt, you get 1.
Nice.
And I get nothing.
Good move, John. Yeah, catch up to Connor here. Oh, I guess we are actually kind of catching up. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Connor, when you play games, are you super competitive, or are you like what type of personality do you have playing?
I'm not competitive, but I will be disappointed in myself.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna be like and like go after people, but I'll just be like, wow, that was not a good move. That's more my style. I try to have most of my games not be super confrontational or anything like that.
Okay.
Because it's not like this is an area control game, but like you can't kill anyone's stuff or do anything aggressive.
Right.
Even if you like close someone's path off, you're closing off and giving them points. So, yeah. Also, whenever I play games with my partner, she beats me anyway, so no point being competitive. Where did it go?
I don't know. All I know is I have this. I'm dragging these. I'm just gonna. I was gonna put it here. I'm afraid to let it go, so I'm gonna put it there.
We're gonna put that there, and then those scoot over.
Yeah, they'll scoot over here.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
There we go.
Let's make those a bit visible.
That's how the game's played, right? Like the pieces just start floating in midair at some point, and you have to like manipulate them over.
It's your spirit or your soul, or
yeah, my soul's complicated. Don't
forget your flowers here, Matt.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, I can win. No, I can't. None of those are good for
me. Let's see. What do I want?
Oh, I have
Uh-oh.
See, this is where the hard part of the game is. Now I have to think like what you want to do, Connor.
Perfect. My plans are working.
I'm still thinking.
So after
Okay.
you won the Cardboard Edison Award,
hmm
how did it get into Pandasaurus Games' hands?
That was a journey. So after I won Cardboard Edison, the big feedback I got was, this is an abstract game without a theme. And I was like, that's true.
Wait, hold on. Quick, can I press pause there for a second? But it's an abstract game, right?
Yeah.
Does the theme matter?
No.
Exactly.
It doesn't. But it does. And this is
Okay.
where I immediately hit this wall of like, I don't mind about themes not being there.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people really care. And so I thought this theme was like kind of, I don't think it's like it's not thematic at all. But like, we're doing a ritual to get our soul back. Board games are sort of a ritual where everyone sits down and agrees to a bunch of rules that don't really make any sense in the real world. Similar to a ritual, where a ritual is like a thing representing an abstract concept, right?
Right.
And so I was like, perfect. I don't think anyone like thinks about it like that, which is fine because it's like very obtuse and just me having a joke to myself. But yeah, so anyway, that was a hurdle, and everyone I talked to was like, "Oh, can you like give it a theme?" And so I went through like, can I give it a theme? No, turns out I can't because none of the mechanics show up in the real world in any real way. Like whatever I did, it was going to be, I either was going to put on an even more pasted on theme, at least with a mysterious ritual that kind of fits with abstract game that doesn't have like grounding in real world. But and then on the other hand, I could add more mechanics to it to make it thematic, which I tried because that was like the only option really, which just made the game either more complicated or worse or whatever. And so I was doing that for ages. And the whole time I was like, why don't people like abstract games? What is up with them? Can't they just accept that it's like a fun abstract game? And I remember I saw on like Twitter or Facebook or something, I think it was Jonathan Gilmore, who was doing development for Pandasaurus at the time, was like, we're accepting pitches. And I was like, Pandasaurus does some abstract games. I'm going to do it. And I was like, this is a complete long shot. But like, and I don't know if I angrily wrote out my description of why this was a good game. But I was like, I'm going to prove everyone wrong. Like, I like this. Who cares about the theme? It's fine. It's fun.
Right.
Like, and so I explained like the kind of feelings and the emotions and whatnot you get from playing the game and like the tense back and forth, whatever, balancing everything around. And then, yeah, that email, and there was a whole thing of like Pandasaurus is pretty big. So like their turnaround time on like emails and stuff isn't as quick.
Right.
Because they've got lots of pitches. And I mean, that's just how it goes. They're like so many people, so many games. And so I didn't hear back for a while. And then I think the emails got lost because it was convention season. And like, I cannot imagine what their email inboxes look like. It sounds terrifying. So anyway, and then eventually they were like, yeah, we want it. And I was like, oh, seriously? I was like, of course.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, and then, yeah, they made it look beautiful, which I think really helps because then all the people who are like, my favorite reaction so far has been people going, I don't like abstract games, but I like this one. And I'm like, perfect. Because I think most people actually don't have a thing where they don't like abstract games. A lot of people do. Like a lot of people prefer thematic games, whatever. But like, I don't think it's as strong. But I think a lot of people are turned off by like chess.
Right.
Right.
That's what they think when they think abstract.
That's what they think.
Yeah.
And so it's like this big hurdle to kind of get over. And so I think Pandasaurus did such a good job with the presentation and everything, and the extra wrapper of theme around it, that it kind of like hooks people into it.
I think
And
it's
then
really
once
well
they're
done.
there, then it can speak for itself, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, how's that? I have a lot of feelings on abstract games.
Well, you are a designer, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it's like I think they did a good job. Did Pandasaurus choose the soul theme of it, or that was you?
I did the soul theme originally.
Okay.
They updated it so that it was like soul flowers and a mysterious garden and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Because mine was just very plain, like, well, it's your soul.
So I
don't know why.
I mean, to that extent, they still took your idea and rolled with it, right? Which is kind of
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So
I think they just added that like missing piece, you know?
yeah, the production value that makes it pop, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I still have a plan.
Alex from Brick and Brack Games says the yellow is lovely. Alex, you're referring to the yellow flower right here? I feel like with our hands in the middle, we're like forming a team. Like, are everyone ready? Break.
Avengers assemble.
Yes, he's referring to that. What's your favorite flower, everyone? Mine's this blue one.
Yeah, mine's blue. My favorite color combination is like black and blue, like that kind of cyan blue. Mm-hmm. And so when I saw that they'd like done this, it's like, this is for me. This is perfect.
Yeah, I think the blue's my favorite too.
Did no one bid on that?
Nope.
Except me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I might have pulled this off.
You might have just won.
Did I?
Yeah, going right here, probably.
Okay, so first, second, tiebreaker. Boom.
Oh no.
Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's more than everyone else, pretty sure, and that's enough tiles.
Yep.
And
no. So that would give you 7. You have 1 plus.
I got more.
Yeah, exactly. So
I only needed 3, and I needed a win, and to take the last 2. So yeah. What's that?
All right. Well, you did create the game. Yay!
Okay, I haven't won this in a while, so this is nice.
Hey,
thank you for giving my first win in a long time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, so I really like this game. I like how, if you notice, very casually, we had a very good conversation while playing it. Right? I think that is just awesome and speaks a whole lot about the design you put into this game. Was that an accident, or was that like something you really aimed for when you were creating it?
That was definitely what I aimed for. I wrote my thoughts up in a bit more detail in a designer diary that should be coming out on BGG at some point.
Nice.
But there's so many games out there where if you got a person around the table who has like the mental energy to crunch all the numbers, mm-hmm. They're just gonna win, and you're gonna feel bad because you're tired.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you're socializing, right? And you're gonna feel like you shouldn't socialize. And so I still want the person who's like the best to win. But I wanted to kind of change where the energy level was at, you know? Such that instead of it being so skewed towards the person who stopped socializing and has had like a good night's sleep, I often don't have a good night's sleep. So it's like partly geared towards me. And so it's like, you can just have a nice time, probably do pretty decently if you kind of go off of like your gut in your instincts, and you don't have to math through it, and you don't have to like understand all the mechanics to play. Like all of the like, I wanted all of the like clever things about the game to not be the mechanics, but the things that come out of the mechanics. So there's nothing for you to remember. I mean, there's still, you got to remember some of the rules, but like, you don't have to really remember how the game like works.
Well, honestly, like we haven't played the game in a couple weeks now, but like like going back and playing it was very easy. Like I'm like, oh, there's maybe like one rule that we kind of forgot about. But other than that, everything was like super straightforward, which is kind of cool. I think that's definitely a really good element you want with your game, right? Something you could pick back up and play it without having to like read a whole like 10-page rule book again. So
yep. Yeah.
Emotional Cyborg said that she likes watching us play with designers and learning the inside stories of the things, fun stories and experiences and stuff. So
me too. I love playing with, especially Connor. Connor's great. So I definitely love playing with you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Even though you kicked our butt a little bit.
This is no, I did win a game recently and I felt really bad about this one.
Really?
I joined in on a demo that they were doing during Tantrum Con because I was like, I can like play with people. And I think it was like the third round and I just completely crushed them all. I was like, I'm so sorry, but if I put this tile here, I take 9 soul flowers and I win.
Were you just like, I'm taking all 16 soul flowers right now? Thanks for playing.
I felt so bad because then the other people around the table were like, yeah, it's an interesting game. I'm like, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just done the bad move and let everyone keep having a good time.
No way. You're just trying to teach them how to get better. If they don't see the master do it, then they'll never become the master, right?
Gosh.
So, I'm just
unless they don't. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, I feel like the game could go that way, and it just is what it is. I did notice like you, like it's fun watching you play because you made the game, you have strategies in your mind that you're trying to do. So, like for instance, watching you count and be like, okay, I can't put the tile here. I can't put the tile here. I should put the tile here. This is the best move. I actually thought that's probably one of the coolest things to me because I'm like, oh, you like obviously I know you designed it with a lot of strategy. But seeing you play out the strategy in your mind is like, oh, that's where you need to get to become better, right?
Yeah.
So
it's also sort of how I designed the game because like, so I designed it the way I did it. I played it with people, sat around, and I was like, I didn't have these thoughts where I was thinking about like counting stuff or thinking about the placement or thinking about the order or whatever. I'd be like, that's silly. I didn't think about this thing. How can I fix it so that I am thinking about the thing instead? That's usually how I did it. I had like a fuzzy, like I need my brain to like feel a certain way. It's not feeling a certain way, right? So, which would be annoying, I think, sometimes for my housemates who would play test it with me because they'd be like, "It's fun," and I'm like, "I know, but I didn't get that like brain tingle, and I need that." So, bear with me. You need to change the entire game.
They're like, but we had such a great version of it, Connor. Come on, don't do that.
My housemate said that to me at one point. He was like, we never get to play the game twice to see if it's any good. I'm sorry. I know.
You should have had like a version off. Like you should have had like 6 or 7 versions, and then had your housemates like kind of like bid. They could bid on the ones they think's the best, right?
That reminds me, there is a game idea that I have where you bid on which game you want to play, and it would be like there'd be like a Sudoku puzzle or a sliding block like 9 tile puzzle, etc. And you'd have to bid on which one you got to play, and so you'd be trying to figure out which one's easier or harder.
Yeah.
So anyway, that just reminded me of that because you were bidding on different versions of the game. I was like, actually, I think that would work.
That exists. Yeah. I guess so. On the note of like your play group, right? So they must be pretty important to you to have a play group that actually like is cool with you changing the game all the time and then learning through the rules and stuff. Yeah. Is it a large group? Is it a small group?
So that was back in 2019, I was living with these two guys, Jordan Neal and Jevin Kokesh, who've got their podcast. I forget the name. I think
You
it's
could
like
plug their podcast.
Fight
What?
Court. Yeah, I'll plug their podcast. I think it's called Fight Court because I think they got into a bit of a name dispute. So anyway, they do like silly like you know when you like pick two characters and like who would do better at like running up a mountain or something.
Okay.
They do silly arguments like that.
Well, that's cool.
So anyway, yeah, they're fun to play with. And so yeah, they were super helpful because they were there pretty much from the start. Because I was like, okay, I'm gonna finally design a game. The only way I'm gonna do this is if I have like people who I can like play it with. And so they were very willing, and they helped come up with like a lot of like pieces of this and like shape it and all that. So like the 2-round thing, like the two mechanics that people always talk about are the 2 rounds of bidding and the order of the tiles being based upon the number of flowers. And the 2-round thing I already mentioned, but basically I was like, well, I don't want like full blind auction, but I don't want one at a time bidding. And Jordan was just like, we'll just do it in the middle. I was like, of course. And then the other one, the like order of the tiles going out. I was watching the game, and originally you just placed them 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was like, okay, but everyone's bidding on the first one, and then the second one like last, and the third one last. And I was like, so I looked over to Jevin because he wasn't playing at the time, and I was like, Jevin, it should go up based on the number of flowers. It should be the one with the most flowers to the least. And he looked at me and was like, no, it should be the least to the most. And I was like, yeah, huh? And so that's how those two came to be.
Why did he? What was his argument for least to most? He's just like, man.
I mean, it makes no sense.
That's what makes sense in my
tile,
mind.
Right?
You're golf, right?
It's the best tile, so if everyone bid on it, everyone wants it, so it shouldn't go out first.
Okay.
Right? There should be a downside to it.
Oh, so
you've got to balance things.
Yeah,
right?
Okay, I get it. So like so you can plan to counter that tile if it were to go out, basically. I get it. Oh, that's
exactly.
Cool. See, I'm not even
otherwise
thinking about those things.
Yeah. Otherwise, it just snowballs, right? The best tile goes out first, and that means you have to win the best tile more, which means no one will bid on anything else. So this way, it kind of evens things out a little bit, shifts the value of them around and stuff.
Yeah, it actually makes that tile no one wants more valuable, so you can easily place it and counter. Yeah, I think that's really cool. There you go. There's a strategy, everyone. Which is
exactly how he just won.
Yeah, exactly. Once you buy this game, because you're gonna buy it.
Did you notice I put a lot of flowers on this?
I did.
It was so it wouldn't go out.
Oh yeah. Well, I was trying to get it out. That's what I was trying to do. But then I wasn't thinking what you just said. I was not thinking like, I should put one on this, the one that you used to win, right? Because that was the most important one.
Yeah, because like if you're like that tile would be amazing if it went out first. I don't want it, but you can be like, but I'll put all my flowers on it anyway to bump it up in the order, such that it just won't go out, and you can hopefully get another one in first. So, yeah.
Sam, they can see you. Yeah. He must just stand up and walk through the screen here. He just like trying to slide across the ground. Way to go. That's my wife who just kind of went by the video. Yeah, you might see it delayed on your screen, but wow.
That's okay.
But the fun thing with the play testers, Pandasaurus was like, are there any like names that were like important that you want to include as the examples in the rulebook? And so they are the example names in the rulebook.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Like Jordan, Jevin, Kylie, who's my partner, and then Harvey, who's my little brother. They're all the example names. So
that's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. That's awesome. You should have been like, can we get all of them fighting in the instruction booklet too?
I think like Kylie is the one who like wins the example, and canonically in our group she always wins. So
it fits. So it fits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex says Sam is the new Solid Snake.
Yeah. Yeah. Except we all saw her though. So she did a decent job, but not complete. She needed a box over her head. That's what she needed. She needed to like put a box over her head like Solid Snake. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's hilarious. All right, so
cool. So this is Umbra Via, designed by Connor Wake, who's joining us on our stream today. Available on March 17th.
Mm-hmm.
So head out to your local
you
game
can
store.
Pre-order it now.
Sorry?
Yeah. I think you can pre-order it now. Or yeah, any local game store hopefully will have it. Hopefully mine will have it.
Yeah, definitely pick it up if you can, because it's awesome. I love it. So we're looking forward to purchasing it, supporting Connor and Pandasaurus. So that'll be amazing.
Thanks again, Connor, for hopping on our stream and teaching us and playing with us today.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, now we have another hour and a half of podcasting to go. So
yeah,
hope we all got our coffee. John's falling asleep over there. So
no, I drank coffee all day. I'm good.
Emotional Cyborg says my wife should dress up as a bush and then walk. You know what? That'd be funny. I should get like a cardboard cutout or something, and she could just like use it to walk across the screen when she needs to grab something off her desk. So.
All right. Again, we are Friday Night Games. You can check us out on our website, FridayNight.Games. Our socials are on the bottom. Instagram at FridayNightGames_official, and on Twitter, FridayNightGMS. Again, we stream every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for joining us, hanging out with us in the chat, and again, thank you, Connor, and good luck with the game being released.
Thanks.
Sweet.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, see everyone. Check out our podcast on Friday.